So when it comes to investing in marketing activities early on, how do you balance, spending money and investing into yourself and building a business, and also just preserving capital enough to, uh, maintain your own business and, your personal life? Because marketing dollars can essentially have an unlimited spend, especially in advertising, or you could justify paying a really expensive video company. You can spend about as much money as you want to in marketing. How do you balance that investment early on?
Um, I think the way to balance it is to not spend or not waste the money. I think a lot of people will waste money on marketing because it's avoidance behavior. They're avoiding doing the hard work. They're avoiding, taking the supercomputer that everyone has in their pocket and shooting a YouTube video and publishing it, thinking that they have to have it professionally edited and produced. And that's just not the case. So I think we use our dollars to avoid actually doing the hard work. So I actually don't think you need to spend much money at all. So there really isn't a lot to balance other than just holding yourself accountable to hitting publish, to hitting record, and putting yourself out there. There does come a point where money does need to be spent to pour gasoline on the fire, right? Like, hey, I'm really enjoying this YouTube thing. I'm getting some traction. I realize that I'm good at it. I'm getting good feedback. I've got some subscribers that are growing. Like, how can I pour some gasoline on this? Like, I've proven to myself that I can do it, that I'm consistent. And again, positive feedback. And that might be the time where you start to, okay, let's invest a little bit of money and pour some gasoline on this fire. You see this a lot with really professional marketers. If you go back to, I don't know if there are people that you admire, Gary Vee might be a good example. You go back to Gary Vee's original videos, like he didn't have a videographer following him around everywhere he went, right?
Yeah.
He'd grab his phone and shoot a video. And the reason it worked so well is just like, he was good at it. It was natural. He was consistent. He didn't care what anybody thought. And he waited to get traction before he started to spend money and take it to the next level. So, there are elements where money is required to be spent, but for the most part, especially in the early days, I'll just straight up say, like, I've wasted a lot of money on things that didn't need to be wasted on. And I just didn't really have any guidance. That was just, I didn't know any better. So that's why